So guys, my name is Kritarth for the ones who missed it. I've been writing for the last 8 to 10 years. मतलब जब से 10 साल का था तब से लिख रहा हूँ. छोटी छोटी पोइट्री से स्टार्ट किया था. Recently I've started performing. So before I start my piece, I'm performing in English today. Before I start my piece, I want you to remember that one person in your life that you don't talk to anymore. So this piece, it's titled Greet Me Like a Stranger. It's dedicated to that person in our life who showed us that not all endings sound like goodbyes. So this is me folding us away like a letter that was never sent. No name, no address, just the heavy ink of almost. I don't want to lie with my smile or to pretend that the silence between us is peaceful. At the very least, now is the time to be honest. To be real, to let it hurt the way truth does. I don't want to leave with fireworks. I choose to live in silence. I was used to loving and loud, bright colors. Now I wear grey like a second skin. I can't entirely blame you for it. I repeatedly, day after day, made you my everything until being yours felt like nothing. Did I fade? Not really. Perhaps I unraveled, day by day, thread by thread, until I was see-through, until I was gone long before I actually walked away. My love was not like the overly grand extreme parade. It was like the tiny porch light, always on, always there. The quiet hand that held yours when the rest of the world chose not to even remember your name. Guys, we gave it our best, didn't we? There were days when I thought love meant endurance, that if I stayed long enough, bent long enough, softened long enough, then someday, just someday, the idea of me next to you would be enough. I kept telling myself that love is not supposed to be easy, that maybe this constant ache, this feeling of being right next to you and yet being miles away, this is what loving you looks like. So I stayed. Not because it didn't hurt or because it stopped hurting. I stayed because it did. And I thought that meant it mattered. Do you know what it does to a person to keep reaching out for someone who slowly stops reaching back? It doesn't break you all at once. No, that would have been much kinder. It hollows you out. Quietly, patiently, until there's nothing left except an echo of what you used to be. Somewhere in all that losing, I lost the version of myself that knew how to come back. And that scares me more than losing you ever did. I think that's when it ended. Not when we stopped talking or we chose silence as above our bond. I don't think you ever really saw me, not fully. Maybe in fragments, in pieces, in versions that were easy for you to keep, easy to leave. And I foolishly made a home out of those fragments. And I sat inside them, thinking that this home would be enough for me in this world. Eventually, I got tired of pretending that this is what love is supposed to feel like constantly proving every single day that I too deserve to stay. And the worst part is, I don't entirely hate you for it. I hate that part of me that kept looking back and hoping that someday, just someday, you turn around and see the wreckage you had created as something worth saving. But you never looked, not really. And I kept disappearing anyway. Just a name you used to say, like it meant something. So, the next time, if there is a next time, don't reach out like you remember me. Don't ask me how I've been. Don't say my name like it still belongs to you. As if everything we were was just another story that I told my bleeding heart. Because maybe it was. Maybe it always was. So, the next time you see me, greet me like a stranger, and I promise I won't call out your name. Thank you.